The 50K mindset. The mindset you need to have to hit your financial goals, bar none. If you want to hit 50K, 60K, 100K in your coaching business, you're going to want to watch this video. Okay. I have actively hit well over 50K in my coaching business, right? Have grown this coaching business in well under a year, and it's growing every single month, right? And I'm telling you all this to get you to pay attention because it's a fact, right? And unfortunately, I had to say this stuff to get people like you to pay attention, right? So I'm going to give you everything that you need to develop this so you can hit the financial goals that you want. And I want to say this to you, and I'm going to hit you right now. You can't just stay here and watch this video of someone that's actively done what you want to accomplish. You really don't have hope. Like you might as well just log off because you're just jumping from shiny object to shiny object. And that's exactly why you're stuck at a couple clients, no clients for a couple of weeks, couple months, couple years, right? This is for the people that, these are for the coaches that want to level up. But I will hit you with a warning. This may hurt your feelings. I may be speaking to you without even knowing who's actively watching this. So if you're ready to level up, buckle up. It's going to be a good one. Okay. So let me tell you right now. I used to be one of those people that thought early on, mindset doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You can just level up, no problem. It doesn't matter, right? A lot of times coaches are not at the financial level that they're at. Where they want to be at is because they're not the person who they need to become. So sometimes if you're stuck at 2 or 3K, the reason why you're not at 10 or 20, 30, 40, 50K is because you haven't evolved as a person, right? What do I mean by that? Right. So in order for you, like, for example, a lot of coaches are stuck under 10K. I can tell you right now that 0 to 10K, it's the grind. It's actually a lot harder to get to 10K than it is to 50 to 100K. I can just tell you, as crazy as that sounds, it really, really is, right? But once you get past 10K, the game changes, right? It becomes more about systems and just evolving as a better person, taking more risk, hiring people, doing new strategies, doing sales systems, testing, all that stuff, right? But a lot of the reasons why coaches remain stuck is because I can tell you right now, their inability to take risk. Right? If you want to succeed as a coach and succeed as an online business owner, right? Because you're starting a business. I think a lot of coaches think that they're not a business owner. You are. You're selling a digital product, right? Or you're selling your one-on-one time. You're selling a service. Service digital product, whether it's a course, whatever it is, a service digital product, whatever, right? But you think you're going to get there without taking risk? You think you're going to get there without spending money on ads? Hiring mentors and hiring maybe a wrong one, which we'll get to that later. But I met a lot of coaches that hire the wrong mentors and they let that bad investment take over from a good investment. What I mean by that is just because let's say you spent $5,000 on a mentorship and you didn't get anything. And let's say you encounter someone, and it doesn't have to be me. You encounter a mentor that can help you. But because of your bad experience, now that's not costing you what you lost. That's costing you a new opportunity because you're going to buy bad mentor programs. I've bought bad programs, right? But I've taken risk and I've yielded a lot off of the good ones that I bought. That's far surpassed the bad ones. Anyways, it's a whole different topic. But you got to take risk. You got to take risk with your time. You see, here's the beauty about being an online business owner. You don't know if it's going to work out. You really don't. You have a plan. You have a drive. You want to get there, right? But you don't know for sure it's gonna work out, and that's kind of the beauty of it. Elon Musk has this quote which I absolutely love. Starting a business is like looking in the ocean, how beautiful, while the sun is setting. You're looking at the ocean. Sorry, I butchered it. You're looking at the ocean, right, while the sun is setting, and you're chewing glass. The context behind that is it's beautiful. Starting a business, you're feeling great, but it's painful. You're learning all this stuff. You're learning how to post content. You're learning how to run ads. And I'm doing this theoretically chewing the glass, right? You got to take risk with your time and your money. You see a lot of coaches, the reason why they remain stuck is one of the huge factors because they don't take risk. They don't post a piece of content because they care too much about what other people think. They don't want to run the ad because they're I don't want to lose money. You're going to lose money. You're either in order for you to get clients, you're either going to pay with time or you're going to pay with money. You pick. And a lot of times coaches have the money. They just rather it take a slower process. But in doing so, they're not taking the risk needed. Does that make sense? So you got to take risk. Whenever I see a coach taking risk, I know they're going to be fine. Now, of course, you want to take, calculated risk. I'll give you a good example, not to go too much in detail. When I first moved out of my dad's house years ago, and it was years ago. I'm 32 at the time of this video, but this is when I was I would say 21, which I arguably should have moved out sooner. Anyways, it's a whole different story. I took a risk. I didn't really have a plan. I know I had money, but I took a calculated risk, and I'm thankful that it worked out. But if I never took that risk, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, because I would have reverted to the AJ of when I was 20, 21, 20. And that version of AJ was just not the version that needed to, that version of AJ was not the version needed to get me to where I'm at today. But that all started because I took a risk earlier on. And therefore my pain tolerance went higher and higher, because I was able to take more risk, more risk. Is every risk going to work out? No. You'll fall on your face hundreds and hundreds of times. I'm sorry. It will. You'll take big losses. You'll take small losses. It is what it is. You got to take risks, guys. The next thing is caring too much about what other people think. You see, I see with coaches is that they post pieces of content. They're like, oh, my dad's going to see, my mom's going to see, my friend's going to see. People are not going to buy. Like, people are not liking my content. Like, you care too much about what other people think. Do you really think that you're going to build a successful coaching business and have the same friends you grew up with, that everyone's going to support you? You are an outlier. What do I mean by that? You are like doing something different than what other people normally do, which is 9 to 5, go to school, work a regular job. You're the outlier. You're doing something different. So, of course, you're going to get scrutinized. Of course, people are going to talk crap about you. It happens, but you care too much about what other people think. And sometimes, too, when you do an outreach, for example, you care, oh, my God, this person's going to, oh, my God, this person, I don't know, I don't want to send this message up because I don't want to be spammy. I'm like, bro, are you there to make a friend? Or are you there to get a client? Now, of course, you want to have a system in place, and you're going to get some negative response. It happens, but it goes to the earlier, too, where you're taking a risk when you're sending a message because you may get a negative response, but you're caring too much about what that person may feel when you're sending an outreach or you're taking a sales call. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just caring to what other people think. Like, when I take a call with a coach, like a sales call, or, when I chat with my coaches, like, I'm not there to be their friend. And my coaches that I watch this, I'm sorry, I'm not there to be your friend. I tell my coaches, they're paying me to get them results. I will be your friend for free. When I get on a call with somebody, I'm trying to get them as a client, or my team gets them or on a call with them. We're trying to get them as a client so we can help them. We're not there to be their friends. If we become friends after the byproduct of the work that we did together, amazing. But like, it's just how it is. You just care too much what other people think. You see, not taking risks, and you're caring too much what other people think. The next thing, and I referenced it a lot of my other videos. You got to delay gratification. And I'm gonna say it a little. I'm a Mexican, so I'll say this, right? We say this a lot. You care too much about what they think, homeboy or homegirl. I'm saying not. You care too much about what other people think. Yes, you care way too much about what other people think, as I mentioned. Sorry, I kind of like lost my train of thought a little bit on that one, right? I'll leave that there because it's pretty funny. But what I mean by that is, like, you care too much about what people think, and then you got to delay gratification. Sorry, I had a little brain fart live there. I'll leave that there to mellow. Whenever I have little mess ups, I like to leave it on the video because it mellows everything out. I do that at my trainings too, which is pretty funny. But anyways, you got to delay gratification. And I'm not going to get too much into it because I've referenced a lot of my videos. So I don't want to like rant on that because I can easily make this a 30-minute, 40-minute, 50-minute video about it. But like, you just need to delay gratification. You need to understand that the results that you do, the outreach that you do right now, the conversations you have, the sales calls that you take, like, you may not yield a bunch of results. You post pieces of content, you don't get any hits. That's because your content sucks, but you got better after 30 days, but you didn't get any clients. You took sales calls, you didn't close anybody, right? But if you push past that, you will get results. It may not happen right away, in a couple of days, in a couple of weeks, or even a couple of months, but it will happen, right? Like, I run ads now. I'll give you some little context. I run ads, right? I realize even more so the importance of delaying gratification, because I can have a week where I'm attracting leads, everything's coming in, but they're not booking calls yet. I'm like, oh my God, but I'm spending $200, $300, $500,000 a day on ads, a day. And I'm like, you know what? This is part of the process. Let me wait. And then, boom, everything clicks. You got to delay gratification. You got to be okay with the fact that you may not get the reward of which is probably going to be a client right away. And a lot of times it's just because you're not good enough yet, which leads me to the next thing. Chances are you suck. And you suck at creating content. You suck at sales. Your offer sucks. It could be all three of them, or it could be 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3. Doesn't matter. So why do you deserve a client? Why? Well, AJ, I can help them. I'm a good coach. Okay, I don't discredit that. But if your offer sucks, why would they hop on a call with you? If your marketing sucks, how are they going to find you? If your sales ability sucks, how are you going to overcome their fear objection? It is what it is. See, these are the traits and the mindsets you need to have. So, like, you need to, like, stop letting these get in the way of your growth, right? Like this mindset that I have now, it's like improving. Like I'm not the end all be all when it comes to mindset stuff. I'm not. But what I'm telling you is that the mindset that I have now compared to when I had a 10K per month, 20K per month is completely different. Like I don't think the same I thought when I was 10K. Like I do not. I think way different now. But as I grew, I had to level up as a person and as a coach, right? And a lot of the things that got me to 0 to 10K didn't get me to 10 to 50K and 60K, right? I had to develop this mindset of delaying gratification, not caring what other people think, taking bigger risks, which I take big risks now. But I take calculated risk, but I take big risk, right? And sometimes I fall on my face, sometimes I don't. So these are things that you can do right now. Don't want to make this video too long, but I want to give you this value. If you're falling into any of these categories, change it. You are the problem and you are the solution. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.